I do believe that Ted's daughter has Stockholm Syndrome. Stockholm Syndrome is when one holds someone captive and controls their emotions and their thoughts, that person being held captive resonates with their captor. One of the very first texts that he received from her said, "I know all about you, and all you've ever done is lie to me." Does she remember the carrots that he fed her in the high chair and said, "These are yum yum"? Because that should be the only conversation she remembers, if any. Ted's daughter has been fed the emotions that she feels, and I truly believe that Sandy has done that.
Let me be sure. We've looked at some tape pieces that have tried to kind of catch up the situation here. But you have been raising this child for the last 13 years?
Yes.
Okay, and this is your daughter's child. You're the
Yes.
maternal grandmother.
Yes.
Okay, and you were married to Jennifer, correct?
Correct.
But the two of you got a divorce.
We got a divorce.
All right, and how is it that your daughter wound up with her grandmother instead of with you?
When I got out of jail, I got served divorce papers, and while I was in jail, personal protection order, so I couldn't have contact.
Then the next thing you know, the baby's gone.
Everybody's gone, yes.
They just all poof.
Pretty much.
Okay, so the baby winds up with you.
Yes.
Now, you were married, and your husband was tragically killed,
Yes,
correct?
yes.
He was actually shot
Yes.
by a police officer
Yes. In Detroit.
in Detroit. And you sued the city,
Yes.
and you were awarded over $2 million.
Yes.
And you ultimately take the child with permission from your daughter. She
Right.
grants permission.
Right.
And you take the child and move to North Carolina,
Right.
eventually in '05.
Yes.
Okay. And did you notify him that you were taking his child?
I had no idea where he was.
They all knew where I was at because they sent me divorce papers to my mom's house, and it's the same lawyer that she had for her lawsuit.
But you criticize him for not looking for the child until 2 years ago. You say you didn't have an address on him. How was he supposed to know where you were?
My daughter knew where I was. She had my address and everything, my phone number,
We didn't know where your daughter was either.
Where's your daughter now?
prison.
So you have the baby now in North Carolina.
Yes.
And you find out about this, and so you say, "I want to see my child."
Yep.
Okay. And you say no.
Yes. She didn't want to see him.
Why?
Well, she's a child. I'm
Well,
asking,
I asked her
not
at
what she said,
13.
what did you say?
No, I said no at the time because she didn't know who he was at all.